Hello, and welcome to
Of
Crowd
course,
Pleasers.
immediately start out with laughter. Wow.
It's fine, it's fine. It's not like this is a professional podcast or anything.
Yet. The thing is, yet.
Eh, we've got a ways to go. Anyways, yeah, hello.
Hello again. Welcome to episode 2 of Crowd Pleasers. We're
And
gonna
it's great to
actually
be
have
here.
to edit a lot if we want to edit this time.
True.
Okay, so do you want to continue our conversation from our last podcast about Del Toro?
Oh, yes, I do. Not sure we started the conversation back then. But
I thought
I
we
do
did.
want to. Yeah. That just shows you how much I've rewatched the last episode, which is once. 2 weeks ago when we recorded it. But anyways, um, yes, I'm terribly sorry. I should be watching our own stuff. But
I
anyways,
would, but I
yeah.
don't really like hearing my voice back.
Yes. I mean, that's gonna make editing a bit of a challenge. Anyway, now let's talk. Let's talk Guillermo del Toro, one
Yes.
of my favorite directors. He's not considered one of the greats, for whatever reason. Probably because critics are kind of weird. But I think he's got a certain passion for his craft and a certain style that is just unmistakable. And he takes some very, very interesting directing decisions that make all his movies just so unique of a watch. You're not gonna get his movies replicated by anyone else. Like Pan's Labyrinth, oh, this just oozes with his style. The original Hellboy, yeah, that great, just absolutely great.
I don't think I really watched either of those, but
Hmm.
you told me a bit ago that his most recent question mark Frankenstein is on Netflix, and I do have
Yes.
that saved to watch in a while, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, I really hope you do watch it. I mean, it's so good. Faithful to the book, but still, Del Toro gave it his own spin. Because because he's used to doing this, he always humanizes the monsters. Even one of his films, The Shape of
I did
Water.
watch.
Hmm? You
Keep
did
going.
watch?
My bad.
I was gonna say one of his films, The Shape of Water. That is very much for people who like monsters a little bit too much. Like the sea monster in that one is just apparently boyfriend material because there's a romance with a human woman. So
I don't think I've
that's one
ever
of the
heard
ones
of
I
that one.
haven't watched. Shape of Water. Yeah, it should be on Netflix as well. I think. If it isn't, it should be easy enough to track down. But yeah, on Netflix, he's put out two films specifically that I have watched. One of them is Pinocchio, which is a stop motion animation, not a live action film. And the other is Frankenstein, which is fully live action.
I
And
do
they're
always love
both.
watching stop motion stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, Pinocchio is much closer to the original source material, but also has an interesting twist to it. And if you look at it stylistically, you cannot mistake it for any other Pinocchio adaptation. Because it's worked in a lot of like details that were missed out or omitted from other adaptations to make it more family friendly. There's a reason why Pinocchio looks so rough in that one, and not as cleanly carved out and created as the puppet in the Disney version. You know?
Which is what exactly?
I mean, he looks rough in the Del Toro version as opposed to the Disney version.
Oh.
It looks like
I thought you were
it looks
trying
like
to,
rough hewn.
Not spoil anything.
No, I mean this is something you'd see from the trailer. Like he looks rough, and there's a reason for it. It doesn't look carved with care and or even quite finished properly.
Is the whole movie like stop motion, or is it like just Pinocchio?
It is a stop motion Pinocchio movie. So yeah.
Well, I mean, like, are all characters stop motion, or is it
Yes.
like living people and just Pinocchio?
Yes, every single character is stop motion. And quite stylized as well. There's
That makes it way more like time consuming. Like, I do love stop motion, but all the work you have to put into those.
I mean, there's a whole studio that does stop motion all the time, and I love their work. I remember the last film I remember from them is Coraline, and I loved that.
I love Coraline. I still need to rewatch that.
I think I've rewatched it like 4 times in my life, and I still remember every detail. Like it's been years since I last rewatched it, and I still remember it so well. Oh Lord, we were talking about Del Toro.
The
Go
first
ahead.
stop motion that I ever remember watching was Gumby. I can't remember what channel I watched it on, but I just googled it and it was Gumby. That's a funny name too.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what the first stop motion I watched was. Oh, it's been years. I just
Have
can't
you ever
remember.
seen Gumby though?
Not sure. I think that's might have that was either something that never came to where I grew up, or just something that just wasn't. There's something that just that just passed me by. There's a lot of like old media that just never arrived in my shores. You know. It never entered the public consciousness.
Yeah, it is weird with us being.
I mean, there's
2 different continents.
Yeah, I mean, and there's also stuff that never really made its way to America. Did you guys have?
I just did some more googling. I just did some more googling, and another show that I watched a lot when I was younger, I figured out is also stop motion, was called A Little Curious.
Oh, I never heard of it.
That was a show meant for like younger kids. It talked about like the difference between like up and down and stuff like that. And it was like the kind of show where it had like different segments kind of thing. So there was like a few different characters. There was a little ball, there was a mop, there was a candle, and the notepad and pen or pencil were actually dating in the show, which is kind of weird for a tiny child show, but
yeah. Whatever. It sounds a bit
There
odd,
was a
but it's
family of
cool.
shoes.
A family of shoes. A
They have their own
family.
little song and everything.
Fun.
It was a little strange, but I loved it.
Uh-huh. And I can't think of any show that was like that. God, the shows I remember watching growing up are just they were either 3D animated or traditionally animated. Sometimes a little bit of
Did you
both.
want to talk a little more about Del Toro?
Oh yeah, Frankenstein. I try to keep it spoiler free, but I would really enjoyed it, and I want to rewatch it now that it's on Netflix. It's been on Netflix for like a week now, and yeah, it's just really good framing device for it. Frankenstein himself is just perfectly cast and perfectly executed, and so was the monster, or rather the creature, as he's credited in the credits. Because yeah, he's never actually given a name in this movie.
Huh.
Technically,
I did,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, obviously keep it spoiler free for any of our viewers that
I mean,
still need
this
to watch
isn't
it
really
or
a
whatever.
spoiler. It's just an
But,
interesting tidbit.
well, I mean, in terms of, like, spoilers, I was kind of slightly spoiled on it myself, because I
Oh,
watched the little viewer thing that Netflix has, you know?
oh, right. It's just autoplayed slightly.
Yeah. It
Fine.
looked cool, though. I still need to watch it, like I said, but I'm interested in it, at least, so.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this isn't a spoiler. If you just go to IMDb and look at the credits for the movie, you'll see that the actor is credited as the creature.
The creature.
Yeah.
That just makes me think of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I mean, if that was in here, then Del Toro would find it a freaking partner or something. I don't know. If he made a movie about it, it would just make you sympathize with it a lot. Because that's what he does. He's really good at that.
I don't know if the creature from the Black Lagoon ever made, like, a movie or TV show or anything. I just remember there was a bunch of, like, little book series I grew up reading. And if I remember right, the creature itself was just like an alligator kind of thing.
I mean, it lives in a lagoon, so yeah.
I'm gonna Google that now too. Hold on.
I mean, there definitely was a movie in black and white, pretty old one. That's where I know it from. Like, I saw that.
Oh,
Was it
1954 film, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I'm not that old. I just saw it on the internet at some point. Some movie buff was talking about it. Don't remember who. Huh. Yeah.
I'm not
And
finding the
I
one
just-
I used to read. For children? Right, okay. So, like I said, it's technically a series of books that I read. And I was wrong about the alligator because on the cover itself, most of the books you don't even really see what the monster is because it's in the perspective of a young boy. And this one I'm looking at here is the teacher from the Black Lagoon. And it's like a
The
shadow of a
teacher from
monster.
the Black Lagoon. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's actually very
And
funny.
it's
Not gonna
the
lie.
shadow of a monster, and like as the book goes on you realize like it's not an actual monster, he's just like over imaginative basically.
Oh, that's actually a good
But yeah,
twist.
there's a bunch of different ones. Is the teacher from the Black Lagoon, the field day from the Black Lagoon, the gym teacher.
From the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
It's actually a funny sort of series title and stuff. Good play on words. Like it.
This series is about a group of students and their teacher, Mr. Muldoon, who have humorous misadventures at school. Some examples of titles include The Class Trip from the Black Lagoon, The Talent Show from the Black Lagoon, and The Principal from the Black Lagoon. Um,
Lagoon's a funny word.
yes.
Mm.
But yeah, it's not like the movie or like the actual, like the book that we were talking about. It's like more geared towards, like I said, children.
Mm.
So, same kind of concept, but not
So,
as air quotes scary.
so yeah, when I was, yeah, I mean, we're talking about books for younger audiences. You want to know what I grew up on?
What's that?
Goosebumps.
Ooh, I loved watching and reading Goosebumps.
I read Goosebumps. I didn't watch it because the show didn't come out until I'd grown a bit. I'd grown a different interest in books. But yeah, I read a lot of Goosebumps, and what other book series were? Oh right, oh you're right. I read Animorphs as well.
I don't think I ever watched Animorphs or read it.
Mm.
I mean, read it.
Hmm.
I need the words.
Yeah, I mean Animorphs is
But
yeah. The show's an interesting beast, but it's very tame compared to the books. Like it really omits details that, to make it more TV friendly, I guess. And yeah,
talking about Goosebumps again, real quick, unlocked a memory for me because I remember whenever I first started watching it, I believe, the TV series, not any of the movies. Um, I remember at first it was middle school for me, and the teachers only really like played it for us kids as like Halloween kind of break, you know?
Hmm.
Until they realized how much we liked it, and so it became the show we would watch for every break.
Wow, that sounds great. Actually, I wish
The
I wish
main
my
time
teachers.
I
Yeah.
remember watching it was my math class in middle school.
Oh man, I wish we had cool teachers like. I think the last time I had a cool teacher who would show us stuff was during Greek class, because when we grew up, we had to learn Greek as a primary language class. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, Basically, it was like cool Greek movies, like interesting Greek movies. Definitely meant for at least 15 and over. And we were we were the right age for it. You'll never guess what the movie's title is. It is an English phrase. and you'll never
Can
guess
you give
what it
me a
is.
hint? I want to try and guess.
The first word is safe.
Safe. Well, the only thing that comes to mind now is like safe haven, but I know that's not it.
No, it's alliterative. It's another word that begins with S.
Safe. Safe. Sure. Safe. Safe. I don't know.
6.
Safe sex.
Yep.
You.
There is a movie that is for 15 and ups in Greece called Safe Sex. And it is a star-studded Greek film. It is full of Greek stars. There isn't a single non-impressive star in that movie. It's like what was the it's the equivalent of in terms of cast, it's the equivalent of, I think, Love Actually. You've seen that movie? Just
I
picture that
might
kind of
have.
cast. Also, your mic is super loud right now. There we go. It's calmed down. It's probably the automatic adjustment. Anyways, yeah.
That just shows how different teaching is in America versus Greece, because
Yeah. I mean,
my teachers would have never shown us that.
there we go. We're back.
And we're gonna edit that out because we're gonna hopefully act like nothing happened.
Hopefully, yeah.
I think it is kind of more fun to leave it like unedited unless we do go professional, though.
Yeah. At least edit out the phone calls and stuff.
Yeah,
But
don't
other
need
than
that on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about last time?
Del Toro. No, we were talking about books and stuff that we read.
Yeah,
growing up,
yeah.
and we were saying about. Oh yeah, we were talking about the movies I got to watch in class, and you didn't because your school weren't so cool.
Yeah, don't need to rub it in.
Yeah, there were other important Greek movies and stuff. Because believe it or not, a movie with that title was actually one of the most. It was basically one of the. One of the most daring and influential movies to come out at the time.
Which was?
It's like the movie I was just telling you about.
Oh, right.
That movie. It was just one of the most influential ones at the time. Like one of the ones that kind of redefined Greek cinema for a while.
Yeah, see, that would have
was a movie
never
with
had
that
a
title.
chance of being shown at my schools I went to just for the title alone.
Yeah.
Then again, the grade I graduated in, my classmates, especially the boys, even as seniors, which is 12th grade for you guys, I don't remember how the grade system is different or whatever, but by the time I graduated, my classmates that were boys were all still way immature. But
yeah, so we go to watch media. There was another Greek but multilingual movie that that we got to watch that I remember. One that I got through watch more recently, and weirdly has a not great score on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. The English title for it is A Touch of Spice, and it's mostly centered around a Greek man who used to live in Constantinople, or Istanbul, as it's called now, before the mass exodus of Greeks from there, and then got to return several years later and basically got to stay forever after that.
That's good. Not the
Yeah,
Exodus, but
it's a pretty touching movie. Yeah, it's basically it was his home, and then he got ousted from there and was kind of an outsider in Greece, like a lot of people who had to leave Constantinople to live in Greece. And then when he returned, he just couldn't bring himself to leave again. Much like his grandfather, who actually stayed behind and didn't come with them.
was it like a bunch like old Germany kind of situation with like the Polish and all that, or was it like?
I mean, there's so many examples in history of this thing.
Well, happening. I mean, that movie in particular, was it like a Nazi situation?
It's
or do you
hard
remember?
To say. I mean, it's a bit different when it comes to to the relations between Greece and Turkey. Because there's more, there's a lot of history there. One country basically sort of was under the foot of the other for like decades before they freed themselves. Before the revolution that freed them. So that's one of the reasons why basically. Istanbul is multicultural, or was before the forced relocation of the Greeks from there. And there was a time when Greece was basically under a military dictatorship, and that wasn't great either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like history is a vicious circle or something.
No, never.
Never.
Trying to go back to like more recent things. I actually watched a movie last night on Netflix. A horror movie. It's called Wish Upon. And I'm not gonna get too into it, obviously, because it is a newer movie, so no spoilers. But it's a horror movie in terms of like gore, mainly. Because there was like one or two kind of jump scares, but.
I was gonna say what I pictured when you said "wish upon" was somebody creepily singing "When You Wish Upon a Star," but then I remembered that that's not in the public domain yet.
Not yet,
Only
no.
Steamboat Willie is. Only Steamboat Willie is in the public domain right now.
Isn't like Winnie the Pooh is as well? Because I remember seeing like a horror movie about that one.
Yeah, they let it. Yeah, they let the Winnie the Pooh domain lapse because of things that we shouldn't discuss because we're not talking politics here.
Either way, the Wish Upon movie. All I'm gonna say about that one is like obviously don't watch if you're like iffy about gore and stuff, but my explanation of the movie without giving away spoilers is basically if you see a creepy box, leave it alone.
I mean, all the Saw movies would have ended differently if they did that.
I don't remember if I watched any of the Saw movies, so I probably need to.
I didn't really watch them. I watched a bit of them and I got really bored.
Well, to be fair,
I watched the highlights of them. Yeah.
Talking about the Wish Upon movie again, like I said, creepy box, no touch. But also, another thing is be careful when you're dumpster diving as well.
That's useful advice for someone who doesn't dumpster dive. Also, when you're talking about gore, I want you to keep in mind that one of the movies I watched, and like I watched one of the single goriest movies of all time. It is called Brain Dead in the UK and Dead Alive in the US.
I don't think I
it was
saw that
directed. I need to check because the director is someone actually pretty famous for more family-friendly stuff now.
That's good, I guess? Question mark? I don't know. While you search them up, I guess is what you're doing. A little bit more about the movie I was talking about is that I liked how they directed that one in terms of the gory scenes, because it's not expected kind of thing of how the people die or whatever, because the one person that I was like, oh, this is gonna happen, it didn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was very surprising, because I don't really like that about horror movies.
Okay.
Because most of them you can be like, oh, this is gonna happen, I shouldn't even watch it. But last night I was like, oh,
Nice.
so that didn't happen. Okay.
So I have confirmed the director for the single goriest movie I've ever seen in my life, which was released in 1992, by the way. Also went on to direct The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings trilogies.
Who was that? I want to try and guess. I can't remember.
Peter Jackson.
I just said I wanted to try
Peter
and
Jackson.
guess.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I remember
when
I believe The Hobbit first came out. That was the series of movies I watched with my dad.
Nice.
I don't think I ever sat down to watch
also
Lord of the
directed-
Rings, though.
Oh, I have watched Lord of the Rings. I never finished watching The Hobbit.
It's been years since I even watched The Hobbit. I'd be okay to watch that one again. Or the series, not just the one movie, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. He also directed a movie called The Frighteners, which stars Michael J. Fox. You know, the guy from Back to the Future.
Another movie I don't remember watching.
That's a cultural touchstone. You need to watch Back to the Future at least once in your entire life.
Well, I get the concept of it, but I remember not really finding it interesting to me, so...
I mean, it's more about the acting and the and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Because it is, the actors are really good. I mean, Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown is just... it's such an iconic performance. Great Scott! You know? It just is so quotable. I've never once thought 1.21 gigawatts without saying it in a crazy Doc Brown voice, you know? Because of that movie.
I love watching movies or TV shows or whatever and just getting like so many new vocal stems because of
Yeah, I mean, Back to the Future is great for that. Like, there are so many iconic lines. It's just every time Doc Brown always says "Great Scott" when he's surprised, and then Marty responds with "Yeah, I know, it's heavy." You know.
I think the last
that's heavy. That's
vocal stem I picked up, which I'm not really doing it anymore, was a bit ago. I think I talked about it in episode 1 whenever I watched the Princess Bride again recently. It was like, I forgot the actor's name. But I also recently saw on Facebook that it was his birthday recently, so happy birthday to that guy. I'm gonna Google him now so I don't just say that guy. But his line that became a vocal stem for me for a little bit was just, "It's despicable." Oh no, that's Daffy. Donald. Daffy Duck.
It's Daffy Duck. Yeah, it's not despicable.
What am I talking about in The Princess Bride?
Inconceivable?
Hold on. Inconceivable. There we go. I was kind of close.
Yes. Yes. I know the guy. I know who you're talking about.
I found out on Facebook it was his, the actor's birthday recently. That's not the right movie, is it? Yeah, it is. Wallace Shawn.
The Princess Bride. Wallace Shawn.
He turned 82 as of 2 days ago.
Wow, that is inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Then again, I don't think it means what you think it means.
Either way, it became a vocal stem for a little bit because it's just funny.
Yeah, it's just funny to say it, but also the phrase "I don't think it means what you think it means" is such a great phrase to use.
He was on Phineas and Ferb too. What?
Of course he was.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I expected, like, Phineas and Ferb is one of those shows that just has a bunch of eclectic choices for voice actors.
He was in a lot that I watched. I didn't even realize. The Princess Bride, Young Sheldon, Toy Story, The Incredibles. The Haunted Mansion, I think I remember that one. Monsters, Inc. Toy Story 5. Family Guy. A Goofy Movie.
Of course he was. He's massively prolific. Oh, that's great to hear and see. You know?
Chicken Little. Big City Greens, Toy Story. He was in a lot of Toy Story things. He was also in... Happily Never After. That was a good one I watched. He was also in Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. He played... I don't know yet. Hold on. Oops. He played Mr. Gibbles in that one. That's a funny name, too. I'm Googling what he looks like now because I need to know. An old man. His character in Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King is a kind and friendly wizard who owns a magic shop and is a friend of Princess Fairy Willow. In the film, he is transformed into a rabbit. By the villain in the movie. I don't remember if I watched that one, but... Anyway, before I fall down that rabbit hole...
Oh, that ship has long sailed. Rabbit holes have been falling. We've been tumbling down the rabbit holes for a while.
The only rabbit hole I want to fall into is the one in Alice in Wonderland. I would love to go there one day. I know it's fake, but still.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the live action version, because why? Who wouldn't want to spend a day with Johnny Depp? Am I wrong?
I mean, fair enough. I wanted to bring up something I just remembered I watched recently.
Which is what?
So, you know the YouTuber Jim Caddick? Or
Nope.
Caddicarus?
Yes.
You know Caddicarus?
You showed me that person, I think. Or at least talked about them.
I believe I might have in the past. He's working on another video. He's been working on it for a few months now, because he takes his time now, doesn't do this regular uploads like he used to, and his videos have increased in quality because of that. But anyways, during this time, he also had a scheduled TEDx talk where he talks about how he basically revived his YouTube channel and got to where he is now. Cause he was doing the like the serious game reviewer thing for a time, but then right at the end of 2019, before 2020, and the big lockdown and everything, his channel was basically dead. He had 700,000 subscribers and was generating no income from it.
Huh.
Yes, a channel can end up dead with that many subs.
That's
It's
surprising
just
to me.
completely stagnant. Nothing. Yeah.
Did he
So it's less about
disappear,
the,
or was
number
he
of
still uploading, just no income from it?
He was uploading regularly, but he was getting nothing from it. So he decided he's just gonna go out with a bang, put out a video where he just ditched all the serious stuff and just did what he liked doing, which was funny stuff. And that video blew up. It became viral. And then he kept doing videos in that style. And he put out like freaking 2-hour-long videos, chock full of funny observations and humor. And he's made basically, and he hit his million subscriber milestone.
Yay!
And now his videos get 2.7 million views.
That is a lot of people.
He did yeah, and in fact, he also released a second channel called Caddy Sleeps, where he uploads edited versions of his videos for sleeping too. Actually, you know that 2.7 million views video that I just said did really well? Well, he's got one from 3 years ago that now has 8.3 million views.
That is way more people.
Or talking about PS1 accessories. It's like 4 times as many views. Almost.
So many people watching.
He's talking about PS1 accessories. Yeah. He did not get that many views before. Oh my god, he did a video on banned games. As in prohibited from distribution. Banned, not, Rock Band.
Are you sure you don't mean Rock Band?
I'm pretty sure. He made the joke in the video as well. But yeah. He did a video about that, and that's got 6 million views so far. His videos are just raking in the view. And again, a video from a year ago about the PS2 iToy. If you didn't know, that's the camera that goes in the PS2, and it's like the Kinect, but less sophisticated, but worked way better. Because, some care was put in designing the games around it.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, he did a video on the iToy, and it's damn near 4 million views. 6 months ago, he did a video on PS1 cheats, and it's 2.3 million views.
I mean,
he's just doing
codes.
Whatever he likes doing. Yeah. 2.3 million people wanted the cheat codes. He's so entertaining, basically, and he was so entertaining that he put out a video during lockdown that was basically about what the hell he was doing to spend his time, which was find an obscure YouTube series and watch it. There was a classic. There was a really bad video game reviewer on YouTube that was basically just uploads of a free access TV show called Flights of Fantasy, where they just really poorly reviewed games. They had some of the worst takes. Like they did not like Final Fantasy VII, and that was one of the videos that made everyone unhappy.
I've only ever played 14, I believe, so I don't have room to talk about any of the other games, really, but...
I've tried 7 when I was younger. I don't know why I never finished it. I think it's because it was poorly emulated at the time. But I have played it more recently as well. Like, I played 7 Remake and Rebirth. I haven't finished Rebirth yet, but I need to eventually, because the next part is going to come out soonish. I don't know. I don't know when the next part is coming out. And that's they took one game and turned it into a trilogy, basically.
If you don't mind us kind of routing back to movies.
Yes, please stop me.
3 years ago, Avatar: The Way of Water came out, and I went to the theater with my mom to watch it instead of waiting for it to come out on like Blu-ray and DVD, all that. Anyways, I love that one especially because I watched it in 3D as well, which made it even cooler. But I saw recently that next year, I believe, or no, later this year. Hold on, let me do some Googling. Please hold.
Yeah, there's a third part coming out, isn't there?
Yeah,
This
hold
time
on.
it's about fire.
Please hold. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's coming out later this year. Does it say when? It says it's coming out December 19th in the US. I don't know about like other parts of the world. But it's called Fire and Ash. And I saw on Facebook as of 2 days ago, it says that it will be the longest film in the series so far at 3 hours and 15 minutes runtime. It says it's significantly longer than the first movie, but only 3 minutes longer than The Way of Water. Either way, I'm excited to watch that one too, and I hope I can see that one in theaters in 3D as well, because I think that would also be really cool to see in 3D.
Every time somebody says 3D, I'm tempted to say 3Ds.
Yeah, all three of the Ds.
But also, yeah, I understand.
It'd be kind of hard to watch it in 1D. Or even 2D. Has anything ever been made that you can watch or play or anything in 1D? Is that a thing?
It's, I don't know, maybe there's a straight line somewhere that is an experience to follow.
And just make a whole movie about
the
a
Stanley
straight line.
Parable. The line from the Stanley Parable has its own movie. Probably. Or should have its own movie.
I'm Googling that now, too.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I remember the music.
Oh. Oops. I didn't clarify 1D, so I thought it meant One Direction, the band, not...
There's actually a perfume called One Dimension, which is they're clearly a ripoff of One Direction.
Oh.
And it's kind of funny.
What's that?
Basically, it's called One Dimension.
No,
That's
I mean,
the
like,
joke,
what
I
makes
guess.
it funny about it besides the joke itself? Is there anything else, or... Is it a parody movie?
I mean, I think it's a perfume.
Oh, perfume.
That is clearly meant to cash on the fans of One Direction, but because it's not officially licensed, it has like tiny little mini chibis of them, and it says One Dimension instead of One Direction on it.
Well, regardless of
And
it
it's
being
really funny
like
that it says One Dimension.
a ripoff of like One Direction or whatever, chibis are cute. Cheeps are adorable.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the joke only works if you dislike boy bands.
Well, given that I
Or
still
if you have
follow a
any
boy
cynical
band that
view.
has broken up, as well as a new boy band that I got off of a Netflix show called Building the Band, I kind of like boy bands, yeah.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna say I don't like boy bands. I just am because there are boy bands I like. I mean, one of the ones I like is entirely fictional.
The Sergeant Boys.
It was made for a movie. Yes, I like them. I think they're really. I think they sing some great bangers. You know, they're the
Yes.
villains clearly, but still, you know.
Well, at the end, not the what's his name? So many names I have to remember in that movie. Hold on. The main guy.
Gino?
He turned out not to be mean.
Gino or
Gino, I think, yeah.
I mean, it was obvious that he was gonna turn out not to be that villainous, honestly, because he was seeing genuine improvement by interacting with Rumi.
I did see a theory, I think it still is. I don't know if it was like confirmed or anything. About hold on. Let me get the names right here. I saw a theory about Mira, where, well, Mira and the whole universe technically, but mainly about Rumi and Mira, how you know that Rumi is a demon as well, or part demon. Well, the theory is that how Rumi and Mira and the Saja boys are the only ones you really see that have different colored hair and not just the typical black hair from everyone else in the movie. That Mira is also probably a demon. And the video I was watching,
I mean,
that
that's
was
an interesting
explaining
theory,
it.
but also, I mean, that's an interesting theory, but also, it's clearly demonstrated that demons have the specific markings, and those are culturally significant in Korean society. Those markings to designate demons. So, yeah, that's not how you tell demons apart.
Well, the theory,
I'm
the video
pedantic
that I
about
was
it, but-
watching about it was saying how another way that she could have been a demon is that she saw the cat in, I just had names. How'd I ever get it? Jeez.
In Rumi's room.
Yeah. She saw the cat in Rumi's room, but just never, like, mentioned it or anything. Because the clip that it showed was, like, you could clearly see the cat's paw. She just never, like, mentioned it.
I think it was just slightly obscured from her vision, because Rumi was technically standing in the way. It's just the camera's weird there. It would have made more sense if she wasn't a demon. It's because she was really broken up to see that Rumi's a demon. It wouldn't make sense otherwise in the movie in terms of how it played out.
I'm trying to remember. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can pull it up again in, like, word form instead of videos. Yeah, okay, here we go. Where'd it go? One theory suggests Mira might be the long-lost sister of Mystery from the Saja Boys, supported by visual similarities and their shared connection to the events of the past. Hidden symbols on her costume and accessories, including in solo dance scenes, could point to a hidden family legacy or her true demon identity. So, like, her demon, like, markings could be on her suit instead of her body itself. Whatever suit it is, it's not saying, but...
I'm not convinced, but it's interesting at least.
Yeah, there we go. Theory is supported by several clues, including the matching earrings that the two characters wear, and the fact that they never fight each other. They never once fought each other in the movie, just the other girls and boys from the...
Again, interesting, but I have my doubts.
I do say, though, that in terms of not many other directors, TV shows, movies, whatever, I do like whenever the directors and writers and everyone listen to, like, fans talking about their show or movies or whatever and, like, implement some theories or whatever. They did that with the show Outer Banks on some of the things, where especially the biggest one is that JJ and Kiara were never really supposed to be together in the beginning until they saw how much the fans shipped them, and then it became a thing. It would be really funny if the directors and writers for K-pop Demon Hunters, if there's a second movie coming out, which I really hope they do continue it as a series, if they read the theory about Mira being the sister of Mystery, and they just completely flip it to where she's the sister of, like, Baby or something.
I see. Sorry, I think my energy is flagging a little bit for podcasting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're well over an hour
of
putting
footage.
the other two together. We can stop here if you want to.
Yeah, I mean it's as good a place as any.
Stopping.